There is so much light right now, literally, and truly ushering in, thinking about even the solar flares happening right now. Now, if you have been attracted to this audio, I know that you have a great prayer for harnessing more light and expanding in your own light. And summer solstice is the perfect time to bask in the light and to call upon your own inner light. Now, the moon for summer solstice on the Gregorian date of June 20th. And for those of us in the northern hemisphere, it is summer solstice. Thank you to those in the southern hemisphere holding the balance for winter solstice while we bask in the sun. Although winter is amazing too, right? All about the balance. But the sun is shifting into Cancer at 1651, which is 4:51 Eastern Standard Time, New York, New York. And Cancer representing really emotions, family, right? Being this watery sign. And I want to invite everyone to really thinking about being with those that you love. I know I will be in the midst of 2 different retreats during this cycle and days very close to summer solstice, and during summer solstice, gathering with people, amazing food. We have a chef, we have music, and we're going to be dancing and fire. And I want to invite you to this idea that what if more light is really possible, not necessarily even through more meditation or more clearing or healing. What if it was through more experiences of joy and pleasure, of fun, of laughter? Think about belly laughter for a moment. Thinking about when something is so funny and you're laughing, right? You're quite literally becoming lighter. You're not taking something so serious. You're not so bogged down, weighed down. As a former critical care ICU nurse, seeing some of the most traumatic things you can imagine, the nurses, it seemed very inappropriate probably to an outsider eye, but we used humor to be able to face the tragedies that we would face, and yes, what some would call dark humor. But that humor was what was allowing us to stay light in very dense and heavy emotional situations, right? And so maybe check in with your higher self for this summer solstice. Where could you become lighter in your emotional body and physical body? And again, the easiest way that I find to do that is through play, through laughter, through pleasure. So, maybe thinking about, and so many of us that are also in alignment with this channel, and I say this because I am moving through it, go into periods of isolation. We go into periods of isolation because we're cocooned and we're cocooning and we are growing our wings. And there's a beautiful time for that. But there is also it's a very shadow side too, to stay in isolation or cocoon for too long, right? Then it becomes stagnation. And we really are light workers, starseeds. We are meant to enjoy this higher level of consciousness coming in, and the shifting and the dissolving of old tyrannical systems that are burning themselves from within, right? They can feel very heavy, but we are meant for co-creating heaven on earth with our brothers and sisters that are on that same mission of what? Holding the light. And I love a mentor of mine, Ariel Spilsbury, through the 13 Moon Oracle. And it's like sometimes we can get so caught up in light working and being a light bearer, a torch bearer, a starseed, and here to, hold the frequency high. And she did a transmission from the Great Mother, and it was like, take a day freaking off from the light work. Take a day off from having to save XYZ, salvation, needing to save a planet, needing to save people. That's a very dogmatic paradigm that a lot of us are moving through. Check in to see if this is true for you, that we need an external something to save us. Right? That we can only be saved externally, that someone else can only be saved if you do XYZ, right? And even like with the planet, we put so much energy in this idea that she can't regenerate. She's getting too polluted. We have to save her versus this. And I'm not saying that pollution and all of this, is not happening and that we have to be a beautiful steward of Mother Earth. But what if we shifted our focus instead of needing to do quote unquote light work? What if we just said, I'm going to embody more light and let my higher self come through and guide me in the present moment to the work versus this need to control even what our light work is or to be so serious about it, right? This summer solstice, I just feel this, I said a prayer before this recording, and I just said, let my heart connect to those ears and open hearts that will be finding this audio. And it's like the message is to lighten the F up. There's so much light right now from the full moon, right? The moon's almost full on summer solstice. The sun is shifting into, Cancer, very emotional. And then what do we have? The moon actually in on summer solstice, Sagittarius. And Sagittarius being very expansive and free and visionary, right? And so, okay, let's harness the light through play and fun, like a little kid. Come to me, all you little children, for yours is the kingdom of heaven, because you're not so bogged down with all this stuff to do and responsibility of having to save the world. And so in the Dark Mother transmission, she said, the cockroaches have the earth handled. Stop thinking that, it's only through all this hard work or through suffering or through having to do, so much grid work, laying the grid, and I'm all about all of that stuff, but it's like, it can get to a point where it becomes counterproductive because we have lost the whole reason of coming here, which is also to enjoy a human experience and to play and laugh and have fun and in these human bodies to enjoy a delicious meal. The more I let go of even my idea around, what foods are quote unquote good or bad. It's like for a long time, I wasn't able to have pleasure with food, or it's like I would, eat something and then you're feeling so guilty from it. Right. And it's like, man, let's take a freaking break from all the grid work and trust that Mother Earth knows what the hell she is doing. Right. And is so regenerative. And if she wants to wipe out the human race because the human race isn't being kind to her, she could do it in an instant. She's got it handled. She's offering us guidance on how we can best live in right relations with her. Yes. And we're honoring that. We're taking that path. But it's like this constant judgment around others who might not be there yet, or because someone's doing it this way or that way, or because, we're not evolved enough yet, or we're still doing that. And it's like this war in our head that's heavy and weighing us down. So this summer solstice, my invitation to you is to eat incredible food, delicious food, yummy food, and to be in communion with it. Bless it before you consume it, and thank it, and chew slowly. And don't do it watching TV, other than light conversation with good friends, but like really be present to what the sun, what the light has grown, what the light has given life to. And when you take that in, feel that communion, feel the light particles of your body receiving the light particles of the food, right? And doing this whole dance of pleasure and enjoyment. Eat chocolate, for God's sake, right? If you're someone who enjoys a glass of wine, like bless the wine, sangreal. to become and represent the blood. It's a beautiful ritual in in religions, to where you're blessing your bread and your wine or grape juice, right? But like to really bless and turn that frequency into, through the power of your intention and the power of your word, you can bless substances, right? And, you know, to really have that and do it with a friend or a family member that you really enjoy spending time with, not someone that you need to help, fix, or save, right? Or that you think you need to do that. Someone that you really enjoy spending time with. And, you know, be in the sun, bask in the sun. And as always, consult with your higher self to see if this feels like a great way to honor, but play and dance in the sun and in the water. The sun moving into a water sign. Get into water, bless your water, drink Celtic salt water, right? I love Celtic water. I love drinking it. I love it. It even like lowers your blood pressure. Not offering medical advice. Always consult with your practitioner. Blah blah blah. The things that this society always wants us to say, or that the fact that I even felt like I need to say that. Oh, programming. But just be in the dirt and celebrate the sun on this summer solstice, my friends. Have a fire, dance, drum, music, have incredible sex, whatever joy and pleasure that you can offer, and go into it intentionally. And whatever it is that you decide to do for joy, play, and pleasure, to be intentional about it, offering an airiness, a lightness to the remembrance that you are ultimately a light being, that we all are. And that this dense form is ultimately an illusion. And this concept of reaching enlightenment, or that we might not be able to reach it this lifetime, or even this concept of enlightenment, it's returning to the light within. Boom. You got it. You don't even have to hit enlightenment earthly, because your higher self is so enlightened already, it's able to actually organize trillions of electrons to experience human form. That's how enlightened your higher self already is. It's on a direct line to divinity, and it has no obstruction to its light and enlightenment. So relax, play, joy, pleasure. And with that, I am just going to invite you to take a few deep breaths with me. In through the nose, feeling how your breath is automatically making you feel even lighter. Paying attention to the bird tribes that surround you when you are in nature. If you have angel wings that you have activated or are open to activating, just breathing into that space on your back where angel wings would be, right in the middle. Of your upper back, the scapula. I like to look at my scapula's wings. Just breathing in to the fact that you are light. That it is safe to lighten up and to simply be. Invoking Gaia to begin to offer her healing frequency up through our root chakra, our feet, and just how nourished and provided we are always for, and that we do have time to play. And it is her great pleasure to witness us play in her garden, childlike, and seeing her frequency just continue to climb as your tree of life within you is being filled with light. Seeing this ascending tree from your root chakra growing through that column of your spine, beginning to branch out at your wings where your lungs are. Seeing just this pulsing light in your heart. And just seeing your higher self. Just this aspect of consciousness, light, however you sense or see your higher self, descending through the top of your head, the middle of your eyes, your brain, your supercomputer that can be programmed with anything you want. Just seeing this lightness come over you, feeling lighter. Just in your throat now, just seeing these 2 points, the ascending and the descending path. I'm just really sensing in the throat. For so many of us that are coming into our truth, that are willing to no longer pretend that we're not beings of light here on planet Earth at this time. For yes, elevating the frequency of all of humanity, but to also accept that joy, pleasure, and fun are the paradigm we're ushering in versus martyrism and needing to suffer. That is a paradigm that is being laid to rest. In our throat chakra, we have been, a lot of us, in isolation for fear of using this center. So seeing this ascending and descending path, this tree of life within you, and your higher self's light descending just in your throat chakra, pooling. And on this note, just really thinking about pleasure, playing, and fun. Pleasure, praying, and fun. Praying is fun too. I love praying. But play, and how it is safe to use this center to speak your truth and to use it for elevating more pleasure, fun, and play, and speaking into that. Just seeing how you can use this center for speaking more lightness, more humor, more laughter, where all of that is safe. Now seeing that descending path move down now through your body, hitting that root all the way through your organs, your heart, your sacral, your solar, right? All those areas too, where it moved from your heart to your solar sacral root. And now from your throat, where that ascending path going through your third eye and your crown, and meeting back with your higher self as the descending path connecting in the center of Gaia. In this extended period of light that is also coupled with a very almost full moon illumination, we invoke our higher selves to bless us with the courage to play in Gaia's sacred garden, to commune with good food, good friends, good people, and good experiences, and to let go of the pressure of being a light bearer at this time on planet Earth. And that the way that we truly can serve is to be in a frequency that is light, and to bless us with the remembrance, and to allow our higher selves to guide us in the present moment on which paths and experiences to plan for or to say yes to that are for our greatest lightness of play, pleasure, and joy. Feeling your higher self and Gaia offering you all this nutrient frequency of awareness. And take a deep breath into your heart to see if what I am sharing resonates as truth for you. Would allowing more pleasure and play and staying a lot less serious about things benefit your frequency? And if the answer is yes, you know what to do. Enjoy summer solstice to the absolute fullest. My name is Casey Christine. Sovereign Temples is dedicated to returning humanity to natural cycles and to resourcing its own divinity through calling upon its higher self. And obviously, staying a bit lighter about it all. I'll see you on the next exploration or invitation. Who knows what that will be. All my love and light. Namaste.